Hi everyone, it's Marieanne, the Artsie Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to continue working in my journal, the latest journal, the vintage journal called Dreaming of Yesteryear. And I thought what a fun idea would be to use one layout template. You know, in the old days we used to have those, when anyone does scrapbooking, you used to be able to buy these magazines for scrapbooking, and in them they would have templates there, and you could use the templates to create your own layouts as a guide to create, you know, a layout in your scrapbooks. So I thought that might be a fun way to, you can use those templates or do just a variation on that concept, and perhaps just use a few supplies and see how you can make them look different. So I thought to start with I would use, and I can't believe it's in here. I put it on the page so I knew where I was going to be working on this page, and I thought it'd be fun to try out using different envelopes as the base of the page. So I've got 3 envelopes here. One's from a greeting card, so I'm going to be using that and you know, changing it a bit and using it on the side to attach to a page. And then this other one is just a regular business size envelope that doesn't have a window, so I thought that might be cute, and to fold it in half and use it as a flip out that way. So that was another one. And then this other one here has a window, and I thought, well, that I can attach this part to the page, and this would be the flip out, and you can use this window to add something in there, you know, with a picture on the front, and then you'll be able to see it in the window. So I thought that would be another cute idea. So that's my concept of using a template, is doing something on the background, using an envelope and making pockets with the envelopes and flip outs, and just changing them up a bit for each layout. So I'll be doing 3 layouts. Today is the first one I'll be doing, and I'll be using this one here. So if you've got some old envelopes there, and I've got a ton of envelopes stashed away and got a big box of them, so I wanted to use them up, and I thought this is a great way to use them up. As I go along, I'll show you how it will work for this page. And as I said, I wanted to use up scraps of paper as well, so I'm going to attach this side to the page, but before I do that, I'm going to decorate the back. I wanted to use up these papers here so I'm going to collage these in strips onto this envelope, and I don't know which way I had them laid out, like that sort of thing, and then I'll do that to the envelope before I attach it, because I'm going to attach the strips and then I'm going to cut out the shape of this envelope here on the triangle part, the flap. I want to cut that out and retain that shape. But I thought a fun idea for a background would be to use, to make a kind of like a pattern, but instead of using scraps of paper, I'm going to be using ribbon to make a frame around here, and then I would go along and add a diagonal pattern like this with the ribbon, or you could make it into any kind of background. I could also make just stripes using different widths of ribbon, so I could do that, and then get, all my ribbons are all over the place, like that. So I could do something like that. So that's just a design idea that I thought would be just a little bit different to the usual. So that's my concept there. So I thought I'd go ahead and attach the ribbon, and then I'll come back and show you how I've done it. There it is. I finished it, and as you can see, I ended up making ruling a line around there, so I knew where the edge of my design was going to end, and it's a little bit messy on the edge. Whether you like that or not, I don't. So I decided to break up that ribbon a little bit. I would use some thin lace just to make a border, so it's or a frame, you could say, around the edges. So I could just cut pieces off and put them around here and around the edge there, just to break up that lace a little bit. And I think that will look really pretty, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and show you how this background will look when it's all finished. Okay, there's the lace attached. I haven't attached it to this side because we're going to be attaching the envelope, so I don't want that lace is a little bit bulky, so I don't want that to interfere with adding this envelope. So that envelope will cover that area and you won't see that side anyway, because it'll be glued down like so. So that's how that will go, and then most of it will, my little design will show through what I want it to show. So it's I was thinking it's a shame to cover it up, but I'd be covering it up anyway if I put, something like an image on there. Or you could just leave it, put that lace on there and leave it as a completed page as it is. It's very pretty. So that's another idea. You don't always have to use papers. Anyway, so then we'll get on to the next step, which will be putting collage papers, put that aside, onto here. And so I'm just going to tear out strips, and I want to keep, I've cut this side open, so this is where my side pocket is going to be, and so I don't cover over this area here. I'm going to put a panel on here. I'm just going to cut out a panel and glue it onto here, so that you can you can glue the edge down if you want, so that nothing keeps coming through. You can glue this edge down here and then around here and attach that panel. So that's what I'll do now. I'll just measure it out and I'll attach that, and I'll come back and show you how it looks. Okay, here's my panel all ready to go. So I'm just going to be gluing around the outside of this panel and on this area here, so that I can make sure that I don't glue parts of my pocket closed. So I'll just roughly do this, and then along here and around the edges. Okay, and then I'll just make sure that I didn't glue anything over my pocket. Looks something there, looks good. I didn't glue. You got flaps in here that need to be glued down, the inside flaps. Should have done that first. You can see in there you got these things that flip up, so they will interfere with when you want to add things to it, and just knocking everything over. Close that one, and this one on this side. And while I'm at it, I'll go around and check all these other flaps, because I'll be attaching papers to the top I don't want these to be sticking up. So glue all those flaps down, and that's all ready to go. Don't know what it is with the glue today. I don't know, it's because it's cold weather or just doesn't want to either stick or dry. So there we go. And now it's just a matter of tearing up these papers and attaching them to the page. The first one I'm going to go from light to dark. That's got a good edge on it. So I'll do there, and this is where I need to cut it down to. So if you don't want to do too much cutting, you can just tear. This first one, I'll be overlapping these papers from this side, so this edge will be the torn edge, so I can just lay this down and not worry about the width. So I like to make sure that, you know, they will all fit before I start. I can cut the excess off later on, and I usually double my page over because it doesn't take so long to tear that edge. And I'm not sure whether I want to ink the edges or just leave them the way they are. This one here, mark that off. So I'll continue doing this, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks when I've finished. You don't need to see me tearing everything up. There we go. I've collaged the envelope, and now I can fold over that flap. Still a little bit wet, that glue. And we can see how it will fit into the journal. I'm going to have that not right on the edge, just close to the edge. And that's how it'll look. Before I attach it, there's I want to add a pocket to this area, and just to let that glue dry off a little bit. And I'm going to fold this back so that's out of my way, and then I want to put on something like this on there, a pocket like this, and I'm going to decorate the pocket with something like a flower. I might have it going something like that. And then this little label that I got out of the book that I was using, little journal. Was it a little diary book that I used for one of the other little books one of the other journals I was making. So I thought that would go nicely there. So now I just have to cut the edges down and put those on there and attach it to the page, the envelope. And I might do that before I glue it into the journal. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll come back and show you. Okay, there's our little pocket all ready to go. So all that's left to do is to turn this back over, have the crease going back the other way, and all I have to do is glue this down on the front page, and then all we've got to do is cover that up. So I'll do that after I've put this glued this in, and I'm going to use some fabric glue because it's stronger to glue this envelope panel to the page. There we go, and that's it. Okay, that's that part. And then the next part, what am I doing the next part? Can anyone tell me? No? I did have things. Oh, here we go. This is what I was going to do. I was thinking of I put gauze on that page there, behind that, just so that, for one thing, it will help me glue this to the pocket, was one thing, and also just gives some texture to the pocket. But this time I thought I would add a panel of this pretty lace, because I can't stop using this lace. And which way will I have it? This way. Even with lace, I like it facing the right way up. So I thought I'd have that, and then I'm going to put this green panel on here as a background, but I'm going to tear it out and ink it up. So that will go on the background here, so you'll see some of that lace. So this won't be so big. And then this one here, I'm going to attach on 3 sides as a pocket. And then this is an image that I got out of a book somehow, and I thought it went well with the color scheme of this journal. So that will go on the front and attach, and that will be a frame, and as I said, that will be a pocket. So I'll go and attach all that, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks. And I'm not sure whether it I don't think that's the right color butterfly anyway, but we'll see if it needs anything else. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, there's our front of our envelope attached, and it's just one more little element I thought I would put on the front here. I added this trim lace, but it looked a little bit disjointed, so I decided to go with this bit of ribbon here. So that ties in with the background page, so it all ties together. Continues the theme on for that page. So that's it for this envelope. It's all finished here, and as you see, there's I need to get another tag. There's a pocket here. It's quite a deep pocket. Got a piece of paper here. I can show you how deep that goes. So you can make a nice long tag. So it goes about all the way down to there. And cut that off the top there. So that's a nice pocket to add something to. And then over the edge, over the page, we have another little pocket here. So just have to be careful of that edge. So that's another little pocket you can put in there. And also we have a pocket that goes in here. So you can put a little tab on there, and because you'd have something taller in there. So that's 3 pockets in one. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that little journey with me to make this page, decorate this page using a what do you call it, a template, a layout. And I'll be doing this again for another 2 pockets. So as I showed you before, I'll be using these envelopes as well, and making some backgrounds, and then adding pockets and tucks and flip outs and all that kind of thing to these ones. So look forward to that in the next video. So for today, I want to wish everyone a happy crafty day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.